Hey guys, how's it going? I finally got a chance to catch up episode 7, and here are my thoughts and a few predictions. This episode's titled Defiant Jazz, and we pick back up with Mark and the Mystery Lady. I think this is the first time we've seen somebody successfully traverse a stairwell in this show. And it looks like we're entering that space that Dooley was telling Harmony about. I think we have confirmation that she developed a severance procedure and is in fact the mysterious Ragabi that they're looking for. Which is possibly bad news because that means that Dooley is on to him. And they're talking about how Mark's innie is only 2 and it's still just a baby. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, how long have they been doing this? She's not very old, but it could conceivably be a decade or more. They're probably just pointing out the facts, but I think it's worth mentioning. She starts speaking some hard truths to him. I particularly like the part where she pointed out that he brought his innie into this world just for his own emotional convenience, and that's pretty tough. And just when things are getting intense, Dooley walks in. And I like how they cut so you can't see what Ragabi's doing. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe he's an ally playing both sides. And that is confirmed. He is not an ally because me and Mark said the same thing when Ragabi came up behind him. So he owes me a coat now. I'm thinking she harbored some resentment for that guy because she didn't just disable the threat, she murdered him. I'd say Mark's filling his britches right now, and I kind of wonder if his innie would handle that situation better than him. So he gets home, and I'm half expecting Harmony to be sitting there waiting on him. And I'll be honest, I forgot Alexa was there, but I didn't forget that he's probably still in the break room, and now he has an access card, so that could be interesting. Now they cut back to MDR to remind us about the door, and Mr. Milchick's playing with it like he's making up for his parents stopping him from playing with the elevator when he was 6. And I wonder if Mark's even going to see the door today because he might just be going straight to the break room, but either way, he has a key. Now that Milchick's done playing with the door, it's time to go get that idiographic card. And from there, we head down to see Bert and wrap up that matter and return the idiographic card. And we find out that Bert got sent to the break room as well, but it looks like it didn't take him long to satisfy Mr. Milchick. I don't know, I feel like Milchick has a lot of respect for him for some reason. Now it's time to find out if Dylan is dealing with the whole kid running his arms thing, alright. Hey, what's my son's name? How about some more perks? How about a balloon? Poor guy. Then we got Mark staring at the ID card like he's wondering whether he should hide it in his prison wallet. And we figure out that Mark's out of the break room. Probably because Harmony got threatened because they're dropping productivity lately. And he describes being locked down as safely situated. I feel like they run these terms through a focus group or something. And now everybody sits down, and if you think about it, everybody's lives have been shaken up pretty crazily since the last time they sat down, except it seems like Helly's catching a break right now. And it appears that Harmony's skipping work to go hang out with Rickon and the gang and be weird. And I'm convinced if Harmony had a kid of her own, it would be like Game of Thrones with Liza and Robin. She is so weird. I don't know how much of it's a front, though. It's hard to say. So Devin points out that she didn't think that the woman remembered her, and I didn't even consider that, to be honest. Maybe they have their wives severed for some reason, or they're using the women, but it seems like she's probably just spoiled rotten, and it's a way for her to kind of escape the worst parts of having a kid. And then Devin suggests that she just wants to avoid some scary parts of the process, and that's probably what it is. Harmony mentions her husband, and I'm wondering if he even existed at all, because she seems like she's in love with Egan. And it didn't take long for Irving to want to head back to O&D. And now we're finally getting to check out the music and dance experience. And by the way, Helly picked up refining really fast. She's giving Dylan some competition, it looks like. And then we got the motorized outlet in the floor, which I thought was pretty cool, but it makes me wonder if they have access to outlets, like maybe the computer wires just run straight in the floor or something. And they're giving it to her early, so that shows us that they're just trying to probably take Dylan's mind off of the situation and raise the spirits since things are getting pretty tense. And now we have the episode title. It's the music choice. And I'm wondering if the word defiant is what caught her eye. Most definitely. Am I the only one who wished Bert would come dancing in? Like, that would have been cool. So now we're losing Dylan, and he goes Bobby Boucher on Mr. Milchick. And then he threatens him with the fact that Harmony doesn't know about him waking him up at home, and so it seems like they kind of got a hold on each other now because of that. In fact, that's probably what the party was all about. Did you guys see how fast he pulled that card out? I don't think it would have been faster if somebody's husband just pulled up. And now we have everybody plotting in the break room on something that will probably turn into some kind of competition in which personality deserves the driver's seat permanently. They decide to go take a field trip, and Irving predictably takes off. And then they get in the security room, and I stopped and checked out all the monitors for anything interesting, and it was just generic stuff we've already seen before, so nothing there. They find the manual and see the monitoring hardware for the implants. And I'm wondering if the manual has the same cartoons and stuff from the orientation booklet. Corporate's waiting on Harmony with the news that Dooley's dead and finally granting her some FaceTime. Speaking of FaceTime, while she was staring at her, I was wondering if maybe she has some kind of implant, so she's like remotely controlled by the board or something. If you've seen Brandon Cronenberg's Possessor, thinking something like that. Meanwhile, O&D, they're getting a melon party, probably to get their mind off of that whole situation with MDR. Probably made up some excuse that they deserved it, kind of like what happened to MDR. And everybody's back to scheming again, memorizing Mortal Kombat cheat codes and figuring out who's going to push the button. And we get a little bit of Dylan, who I feel like still has some kind of punishment coming from what happened with Milchick. I don't know, one way or another. And his joke about, that's good because I have the strength of two men. Like, he's kind of back to normal, and that's good. And then we see what happened when Irving went out on his little adventure. I was thinking he was going to put similar doors in O&D. I mean, he's probably just pointing out that they're out of the room and wondering why or how. And we find out Bert's retiring, which is a cold reality I hadn't really thought about too much. And then at the end of the video, somebody actually made a graphic that says bye-bye and has a view of the ocean. I thought that was kind of weird. What if Irving tried to bring him back with the overtime protocol? Like, would that be some kind of justice, you guys think? And then we see they have specific selections for music for retirement, like MDE, which is kind of interesting. And Irving has officially joined the Resistance. Nice. So everybody's kind of unified now. And Mark's losing his grip, and Alexa's not hanging around for it. And then we get the big reveal. And as long as they've teased her face, I figured it was going to be something significant, but I was not ready to see Miss Casey. That is wild. So I'm really excited about next week. There's a lot of information dumped this episode, and the plot thickens, as they say. So I really look forward to next week. Tell me what you guys think. Did you notice anything I didn't? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.